We are in Waco, Texas. We are in the midst of Chip and Joanna games and Fixer Upper. We're going to check out Magnolia Market and Magnolia Table. And the roads are a little rough here, but
they're rough everywhere we go.
Maybe it's us. Anyway, so we want to see the silos. We were told by one of the locals that their farm is just down the road from the campground we're staying at. So since we're going out to get groceries anyway, we're like, oh, we'll just kind of take a peek as we drive by.
Let's do it.
Started our morning at Magnolia Table. They do have gluten-free and vegan options. Not a lot, but some. The people at Magnolia Table are so nice. Our server, Jay, was super friendly, and he's lived in the area for a while, so he said, hey, if you have any questions, need any recommendations, let me know. I just feel like, I don't know, definitely him just kind of went over the top to kind of make sure we had a really good experience here.
Yeah, he went above and beyond, just bringing us little extra things with Ange's gluten intolerances and dairy-free options. So it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, very nice people here. We did not make reservations, but we just showed up at 7:30 and we were able to get a table right away. But by 8 o'clock, the line is just all the way through the parking lot. So don't wait to come. If you want to come, either make a reservation or be here significantly before 8.
Yeah, it started getting pretty hopping. Everybody decided that they wanted breakfast. But it is Saturday morning, and so all the Baylor students are here, which I didn't know. Baylor University is also here in Waco, Texas. So we are headed to downtown to see the farmers market.
Yes. And Magnolia Market. We're going to walk all around downtown. And one of the locals told us some other places to check out. So we're excited. We did some research while planning our trip around Magnolia Market. Everything was as expected except for a wiffle ball field. What a great thing to add in the midst of all these stores and food trucks. So, of course, we had to play around for a bit. Yesterday was all about Magnolia, and today is going to be about working out. We're going to go over to Cameron Park There's Jacob's Ladder, which is supposed to be 100 rickety stairs. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna go over to Riverwalk. It's about a 7 mile, I think it's like 6.6 miles. It's a paved bike and hiking path. You ready?
I think so.
If you do Magnolia, not that any of it is open on Sundays, but on a Saturday, definitely do it all early because...
Man, was it busy.
Yeah.
When we were leaving, it was just, there was line outside from the Magnolia Bakery, and there was easily 10, 15 people waiting outside. They wouldn't even allow them inside, probably because fire codes, but it was just, when we walked in, it was like maybe one person in line, if even. It was
we just walked right in, walked to the front, yeah.
There was almost no one there, so as always, get there early.
Yes, by 11:30. That's when we were leaving the whole, Magnolia Market, and that's when it was really picking up. Jacob's Ladder was short, but intense.
How many steps is this?
About 100.
They're steep. And they're steep for me.
Yeah.
I have long legs.
They're not ADA approved. So some are like this and then some are like this.
Yeah.
So you never know what you're gonna get. I like to take them 2 at a time, and I couldn't do that here.
There's no 2 at a time. You're literally stepping up by like 3.5, 4 feet if you do 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Stops here.
Not for everyone. Obviously, some people are sneaking through. There's a nice big hole in it.
Some people didn't take long to like start cutting through it, but it looks like they stopped here. Nothing's really cared for anymore for the Riverwalk, but we ended up going like 2 miles from Jacob's Ladder until here. It was a nice little bike ride. We enjoyed the scenery and little ducks and people fishing and having a good old time.
And now we're heading back.
As we rode along the Riverwalk, we started noticing multiple different animals by the path. We did see that there was a sign that said there was a zoo nearby, so we assumed that's probably associated with that. This made for a really cool bike ride along the river as we got to see all the artists' renditions of all the different animals we saw.
We were already out and about. We decided we were going to stop at the Waco Mammoth National Historic Monument. I want to call it a site, but they call it a monument, so I want to try and get it right. The cool thing is, when you get your tickets, it actually comes with this, like some of the fossils on the back, so it's kind of like a bookmark. So it's like you get your own keepsake just for, doing the tour. What'd you think of the tour?
I thought it was really cool. I didn't imagine that it was going to be such a big, when they talk about being such a big site as far as excavating, and it is mammoth. It's a mammoth site, pun intended. But it just, seeing all the bones and how well they were really preserved. I've never been near a dig site or an excavation site that has had all the fossils preserved and everything that are actual fossils there, from just thousands and thousands. I mean, what what they say, like 60,000 years ago, or something
like
crazy
that.
amount of time that is just in this one little area.
Yeah, it is cool, and I think I like that part a little bit better than if you go to a museum and they have the bones, you know, behind glass or whatever. This is actually, they're still in the ground. So that part was pretty cool. It's not a very big area, so I don't think it takes that long. They say, you know, give it like 45 minutes to an hour, and I think that's being very generous. But it's still worth doing. $6 per person. You can do either the self-guided tour or the tour with the ranger. It costs the same either way, but there's no other fee to get in. And your America the Beautiful pass does not work for this. You do have to fork over the $6 per person.
Cool.